Hello, good morning. I'm Sangeeta Mishra, back again with chapter 2 of class 10 mathematics, that is polynomials. In the first part of the video, we studied about what are polynomials, what are its classification, how do we find its zeros, the relation between zeros and the coefficients of a quadratic polynomial, and how to frame a quadratic polynomial when the zeros are given. Now today we learn the first part of it, that is to find the zeros and establish a relation between the zeros and the coefficients of a quadratic polynomial. Now just for recall, check this formula which we did in the previous video, that is relation between zeros and coefficients of a quadratic polynomial. That is, if alpha and beta are the zeros of any quadratic polynomial of the form ax square plus bx plus c, then alpha plus beta, that is sum of the zeros, is equal to negative of b by a, where b was the coefficient of x and a was the coefficient of the highest power of the variable, that is x square. And the product of zeros, alpha beta, was equal to c, that is the constant term, and a the coefficient of highest power of the variable x square. So now this is the question, the type of question which you get related with this relation is find the zeros of the polynomial. Any polynomial would be given here. Here the polynomial is given as x square plus 7x plus 10, and verify relationship between the zeros and the coefficients of the polynomial. Now if we look at the polynomial given, which is x square plus 7x plus 10, then something comparing it with the quadratic polynomial, comparing it with our general form of the quadratic polynomial, ax square plus bx plus c, we see that a is equal to 1, b is equal to 7, and c is equal to 10. Now comparing this polynomial to the general form of our polynomial, which is ax square plus bx plus c, we get the value of a as 1, value of b as 7, and that of c as 10. Now we have got to find the zeros of this polynomial first. So if I write this polynomial as fx equal to x square plus 7x plus 10, this would imply, and if we are finding its zero, implying fx should be equal to 0. This would imply x square plus 7x plus 10 equal to 0. So we write the polynomial equal to 0. And then we factorize it by splitting the middle term. And this probably you know it from class 7, 8 I guess, how to split the middle term and find the factors. So we factorize this given polynomial as x square plus 5x plus 2x plus 10 equal to 0. Once you factorize it, the factors which you get is x equal to minus 2 and x equal to minus 5. Now we know that again from the previous class I told you that the zeros are named as alpha and beta. So here we have got the value of alpha as minus 2 and the value of beta as minus 5. Now we will be using these zeros to establish the relation between the coefficients and the zeros of the polynomial. So let us come to this and check whether this relation holds good for these factors or these zeros. So now as per our relation, something which we see, as per our relation between the zeros and the coefficients, what should I get? I should get, okay, these are my coefficients and these are, and alpha is equal to minus 2 and beta is equal to minus 5. So let us find alpha plus beta first. So alpha plus beta is equal to minus 2 minus of 5, which is minus 7. And now let us see what is minus b by a equal to as according to the polynomial polynomial given. So minus b by a is equal to alpha plus beta is minus b by a. So minus b by a is equal to minus of, what is the value of b here? 7. What is the value of a here? 1. So it should be minus of minus alpha plus beta minus 7 by 1. b is 7 by 1, which comes as minus 7. So from these two you see alpha plus beta is equal to minus 7 and minus b by a is also equal to minus 7. So this would imply what? This would imply alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a. So that this first part of it is verified and both are equal to minus 7. And now let us do the second part of it, which is alpha into beta. So alpha into beta is equal to minus 2 into minus 5, which is equal to 10, and c by a is equal to 10 by 1, which is equal to 10. So these two verifies that alpha into beta is equal to c by a is equal to 10. So both the results verify that sum of the zeros is equal to minus b by a. In both cases they are equal to minus 7, and alpha into beta is equal to c by a, which is 10 in both the cases. Hence we establish this relation that alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a and alpha beta is equal to c by a. Now this was the most simplest type of question of the exercise, that is the very first basic. Though this is frequently asked question, but then this is the most basic question where you need to find the zeros of the polynomial and verify the relation used comparing the coefficient of the polynomial with the general form of it, then substituting it in the relation of zeros and the coefficients. So this way you will be able to verify both the relation between the zeros and the coefficients of a quadratic polynomial. So you should practice more questions of this type, because though this looks simple, though this is very fundamental question of the exercise, but equally important as well. So now we go to the second part of the question of the same exercise, that is, if the zeros of the polynomial are given, then how do we frame an equation? Now see, the polynomial which I gave you and I named it as fx, it was equal to x square plus 7x plus 10. Now this is one polynomial which is known to you. The zeros also you have already calculated, b 5 and 2, and beta same as minus 2. Now this is a familiar polynomial, you know its zeros, you also know the polynomial. Now let us verify the relation to framing the polynomial when the zeros are given. Now let us consider we only know this and we do not know this. This we don't know. We only know that the zeros of any quadratic polynomial is given as minus 5 and minus 2. Find the polynomial. So what would that be? Like suppose given, the question will be of the form given two zeros of a polynomial are minus 5 and minus 2. Find the polynomial. This is how you get the question. Now you know these are the zeros. This is something which has been calculated by you only. And you know this is the polynomial. Now let us check. These are our zeros. So we write, okay, this is the question. Then we write given alpha equal to minus 5, beta equal to minus 2. And what we know? Alpha, then find alpha plus beta. Now this is equal to minus 5, minus 2, minus 7. Also find alpha beta. This is minus 5 into minus 2, which is 10. Now you have the value of alpha plus beta, you also have the value of alpha beta. Now how is the polynomial formed? Polynomial is given as k into, where k is any constant if at all it exists, and then it is of the form x square minus alpha into beta, alpha plus beta x plus alpha beta. So let us substitute in this. So we can now say the polynomial is equal to x square minus alpha plus beta x plus alpha beta. Now substitute the values which you already have. So we can have it as x square minus of minus 7x plus 10. So what is the polynomial? I am writing it here. So the polynomial which you get is x square plus 7x plus 10. And by now you know that this was our given polynomial. So easy to verify. You calculated its 0. Now consider that you don't know this, and this is how you calculate. So eventually you get to this polynomial, which is a required polynomial. So you can easily verify it by something which you knew already, something which was calculated by you. So now if any zeros are given to you, if you are given the value of the zeros of any polynomial, you just have to find its sum of zeros, you have to find its product of zeros, and then substitute in the given formula. So this is one question which comes under the understanding based question. Sometimes we can also call it knowledge based. The understanding based part of it is the second type, which again I will be discussing in the next part of the video. So here we have something which is knowledge based, that is something which you can directly apply in the formula. So this is the values given to you, find its zeros, find its product, substitute as sum and product, you get your requisite polynomial. So these are the two fundamental questions. Again, I would say these are frequently asked questions and then easier ones also. So these are the two type of questions based on the two relations. So now let me go to a little higher of it, which is understanding based question of the same type. Now let me give you a third question, which is understanding based. Okay. Now before we go to the third question, there is one more question from this chapter itself. That is, in this case you see that you are given alpha and beta. Sometimes also to make the question further simpler, maybe in the basic part of the question paper it might come that even the sum of the zeros are given. Sometimes the sum of the zeros are given, the product of the zeros are given. You just have to substitute it in the relation that we have and then find the polynomial. So that should not be of more than 1 mark question. But then if you are given the sum of the zeros and the product of the zeros, you should take note that what is given, whether zeros are given or whether sum of zeros and product of the zeros are given. So you have to be very conscious when you read the question, whether they are zeros or whether they are sum and product of zeros, and then apply accordingly. Now let us see what could be a third type of question in this